There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out.
Alright guys, and we are back with more Persona 4 Arena, and everything of the last episode was pretty much text, but it was actually interesting because it actually had the plot involved. Like, it was none of that fucking bullshit, man. At least the plot, it was a lot of fucking text, but at least the plot was very apparent in that text. But anyway, let's go ahead and start this up as I take a sip of my strawberry banana sobe. As I save the game once again, too. I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, let's start it up. Scene 2 of Aegis. Oh, is that Windows 8? Is that Windows 8? The next day, May 2nd, 2012. We wanted to pursue the vehicle carrying Labyrinth as soon as the hijacking was over, but its complicated route made it hard to track. Due to the sensitive nature of the cargo, it is difficult to set up large-scale traffic checkpoints. Fortunately, the license plate number was determined quickly, and we got a rough estimate of its destination. Our headquarters was moved to a police facility. Mitsuru-san and our team are sorting out the situation to plan for an operation.
And the interrogation of the suspects?
It's begun, but all of them are claiming that their memories at the time are very foggy, so they've been sent in for evaluation.
Wouldn't it be cool if that was Adachi working with these people? You know how awesome that would be if they bailed Adachi out or something? Or if they had him working in this place? That would be awesome.
The psychologists who interviewed them think it's possible they're not lying.
So none of the 5 have any memories of what happened during the hijacking.
Normally that would seem preposterous. There may have been some hypnotic effect, but even then...
We're dealing with someone after materials from Ergo research. They'll likely be very well informed about shadows and the mind. Knowing that, it doesn't seem so strange. It would also explain the extreme lengths they went to create a decoy. What else do we know?
Another team member answers Mitsuru-san's question.
Since the cage storing the 5th generation is too large to transport by personal auto, we narrowed our search to large vehicles that left the airport. That, combined with the testimony from our observer and data from the transmitter, allowed us to pinpoint the vehicle in question. The police are already pursuing it via the N system. This is the most recent photo.
He hands the tablet to Mitsuru-san.
The Inaba area. Wasn't this the place where...
Yes, our routine investigation last year rated the potential shadow activity in the area at level 4.
It seems that the culprit in this case definitely had prior knowledge of shadows after all. If this is true, we must use extra caution. Many people do not know about shadows, though they are enough of a threat as to possibly destroy the world. I couldn't read as, I'm sorry, because it was blending in with her nose. Then again, I experienced that for myself 3 years ago. Oh, it was 3 years ago, so she's actually 21. 20 at the least. If someone is trying to manipulate them, we must prevent it at all costs.
Let's talk about the stolen 5th generation unit. I guess, as the 7th generation, would be her younger sister.
A sister. My older sister.
I'd like to know why she was sealed.
5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris. The records show her to be the first model fitted with an artificial personality.
Oh, really?
In other words, she has a heart?
There's no knowing if it was developed enough to call it that. She seems to have been made to gather test data rather than actual field use.
What are her combat capabilities?
She wasn't given firearms, since her regulatory system was inadequate. So she was instead loaded with some kind of special equipment. Unfortunately, the majority of the records pertaining to her are missing, which means that's the extent of our knowledge.
Special equipment?
We also don't know why she was sealed. Many of the documents regarding the old Ergo research were lost, probably to cover up incriminating evidence. We don't even know what she looks like. All we do know is that she was a life-sized android.
We'll just have to find out along the way.
Man, I was so surprised that they actually talked for more than a minute there without interrupting me with text. Anyway, Mitsuru-san swipes her fingers across the tablet a few times and shows it to oh, look at that, she's got an iPad.
I'll need these 3 individuals' cooperations. I'd like to join them in the field.
Are you sure about this?
Try not to make a scene when fetching them. Not all of them are part of our organization.
The aide nods to his assent and returns to his station. Mitsuru-san then turns her gaze on me.
And I guess, frankly, I think we can assume that there'll be combat involved. Will you be alright with that?
Though Mitsuru-san doesn't say it out loud, I understand what she means. Our highest priority is the operation is to stop the culprit and... what is that? To lower any associated danger. I know what that word means, but I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Not to rescue Labris. Of course, we will... what the hell? I'm pretty sure I fucked up that word. What the hell? I accidentally pushed the wrong button on my damn arcade stick. But anyway, my bad. Destroying a system unit, it will be a painful experience if she too has a heart.
Thank you for your concern, but I'll be fine.
They don't have to destroy
I will
it.
do my duty.
Mitsuru-san says nothing more and silently nods.
Well then, once we can confirm our target is headed to Inaba, we'll depart at once.
Uh-oh. They're going to Inaba. The Fresh Prince of Inaba. May 3rd, 2012. So they took 2 days to get there. As we get ready to depart for... oh, wait. They still haven't gotten to Inaba. Mitsuru-san and I go over last minute details.
Will we be able to find Labris? My sister?
Mitsuru-san's surprised voice makes me realize how unlike me these doubts are.
Will we be able to save her? Isn't that what you really want to ask? Don't worry. As I mentioned to Akihiko, fighting Labris is not our priority. The reason I formed this shadow operative team is to save lives. We will find her, whatever it takes, and bring her back. We can do this.
Yes. I'm sorry to be so pessimistic.
Those feelings you have for Labris, you should tell her when you see her.
I will.
Friends bound by trust are irreplaceable indeed. Hope that Labris will become one as well. Eventually, the preparations are made and the preparations are made and our limousine departs on its journey to Inaba. Oh my goodness. That evening, we are in Inaba now and traveling down a midtown street. Though it's called Midtown, it is very different from an urban environment. It's quiet and rustic road. The transmitter that was attached to it when it left from the airport is luckily for us still active, but the vehicle has been abandoned and the cargo is gone as well. To trace it further, we must learn why the culprit came here. Specifically, we need to know the details of what happened here last year. Though this was already assumed, so we have a plan. Mitsuru-san orders the driver to park nearby. However, this poses an unexpected problem. Our vehicle is a long black 8-door limousine. It stands out badly in this countryside town no matter where it's parked. Jeez, pimping it up.
Our activities are supposed to be undercover, correct?
Completely pimped out limousine.
Yes.
For undercover missions, it will be necessary to keep all personnel and vehicles from being noticed.
Right.
Is that an Xbox 360 I see over there?
Mitsuru-san, may I say something that I've been meaning to say for a while now?
No.
Understood.
What?
All I told them was to give us a car with enough space.
Whenever we go, people peer into the windows out of curiosity. We avoid the public eye as much as possible and finally park in what looks like a site for vehicle disposal on the outskirts of the town.
Our contact has arrived.
I then notice a middle-aged man in a gray suit standing outside of the window. I recognize his face. He's one of the 3 collaborators Mitsuru-san contacted before our departure. I scoot over to the door and open the window.
Oh my! This was not our designated meeting area, yet he has discovered us.
Suddenly something not alike astonishment or discouragement appears on his face.
You want to know how I did it?
Illegal dump. Is that the police dude? Is that the police dude from Persona 3? A cough interrupts
We
us.
appreciate your cooperation, Detective Kurosawa.
Yeah, I knew it was him. Mitsuru-san gets out of the vehicle and slightly bows. 3 years ago when we were fighting shadows in the secret, yeah, we know.
Long time no see, miss.
Ah, so he got
And
promoted.
Itis, was it?
Indeed. It has been a while.
Kurosawa-san fixes his eyes on Mitsuru-san and me. It is faintly awkward. We are both dressed for combat and I'm not wearing clothes that camouflage my nature.
Oh, sorry for staring. A humanoid weapon. I was skeptical when I heard, but seeing you in person doesn't leave any room for doubt.
I'm sorry that I kept it hidden back then.
It's alright. It would have caused more of a headache if you'd gone around looking like that.
Hearing him say that, I cannot help but smile.
Seeing you laugh like that makes it harder to believe you're a machine.
I shouldn't make you stand while we talk. Please, get in.
Ah, sorry. I haven't seen you in a while, so I had a lot to say.
Mitsuru asked Kurosawa-san to collect information on the serial murder case that occurred in the town last year. When background research was carried out across Japan at the end of 2011, this region turned high numbers in shadow detection measurements. But although it was investigated, there were no effects apart from slightly unnatural weather. But then again, what if something did happen that was just hard to detect? Mitsuru suspects that the serial murder case was related to these shadows. We could have requested them directly about the reports, but what we wanted would not be the surface information found in the investigation records. There are limits to what an official unit cloaked by authority can do.
I found out quite a bit regarding the case you had me look into. First, I reviewed the report on the incidents from last year. One of the suspects mentioned the word persona.
So what went on here last year?
It's probably related, but I wasn't done there. Parts of this guy's testimony were even more outlandish. If you can take what's in the record at face value, it seems persona users can enter TVs within the Inaba region.
Enter TVs? What does that mean?
Just what it sounds like. You physically stick your body into the screen and go inside. He claimed there was another world in the TV, and dropping people inside it was the method behind last year's murders.
This all sounds rather absurd. I'm surprised it was included in the police report.
I got in touch with the detective in charge at the time and said the same thing. Apparently the report was filed by a young partner of his at the time. He'd entertained the wildest testimonies like this one.
He sounds like quite the oddball.
If this was what really went on, the police would have had no chance cracking it. But that Detective Dojima is one shrewd guy. Even with all the supernatural hocus-pocus surrounding the case, he caught the culprit.
Kurosawa-san says he seems to be tired.
That's all I have for you right now. I should be going. I doubt either of us has time to reminisce over the old days. It's funny though. I thought the fighting was over, but you guys surprise me every time I see you.
Thank you very much, Officer Kurosawa. Why don't we at least see you off?
Oh, that's alright. I've got my own car. I I doubt my department would appreciate your tastes. If I ever showed up for work in something like this, I'd be the talk of the force until the day I retired.
He opens the door himself and exits the vehicle.
Mitsuru-san, this could be bad. Our sense of social aptitude is in question.
I can't deny that.
What should we do now?
Yes. First, we'll need to test the claim that Persona users can enter TVs.
Hearing this reminds me of something. Looking around the area again, although I had called it a vehicle disposal site, there are also household electronics such as refrigerator discarded here. In the corner is a stack of
There
TVs.
is a discarded TV over there. If the environment does not matter, we can use it to test the phenomenon.
Illegal dump. That's hilarious.
Don't worry. I'm just going to touch it. Amazing!
Interesting. It's exactly as the police report said. What's it like inside? Do you feel anything?
Not particularly. No. Wait a moment.
A sensors detect a sensation I never felt before. But the knowledge of what it is already recorded within me.
It's the same as mine. It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
Huh. Sounds like fun.
Oh shit, it's Akihiko! I hear a voice from an unexpected direction. Mitsuru and I look towards it. What we see is a silhouette wearing a low hood that covers his eyes and tatered billowing in the wind like a figure from a western.
Is that Akihiko?
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here. This whole TV thing is pretty interesting.
It's been a while, Akihiko-san.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
Mitsuru sighs in annoyance. Oh yes, Akihiko was on a training expedition overseas until this morning. As a result, his appearance is very different from the last time I saw him. But his aggressive personality and love of a challenge seems to be the same as always. He gives a cocky smile and smacks his palm with his fist.
Anyway,
I did what he did.
we can get inside from that TV, right? And what are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
So what? If we want to get this Labrys back, someone has to go inside, right?
Well, that's...
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town.
Who the hell would throw her into the TV though?
If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
Who the hell would hijack her?
We're different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever. And now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
Okay, but make it quick.
Oh, by the way, is that the new Samsung Galaxy? Cool cutscene.
The other members will wait here in the car.
Yeah. If we all barge in and something happens, we'll be devastated.
Now that you mention it, at least one of us should be staying behind as well.
I am not staying.
Us three will be plenty. We'll end this in a flash. No problem.
The same as always. Although, we have no idea what might be waiting for us on the other side. Don't get careless.
Right.
Shut up, Cat.
This situation, it brings back memories.
Ready!
What the? Is that Naoto?
I enter the TV. What's going on?
Sneaky Naoto. I didn't even see that. What the hell is she sneaking around for? Alright, that was interesting. So I'm going to probably go ahead and cut this part short since that was a rather long scene as well. I'm going to cut this short. And then once I take a short break, we will be back with more Persona 4 Arena. So I will see you guys later. Peace out.